There we go. Well, this don't cut the sound completely out, but at least at this rate, I'm out in the grass and stuff. You can hear me better. Check this. I'm touching earth. I'm touching grass. It's my daily life and things. I'm always barefooted. So, hey, free feet pics. Whatever. No, but I'm coming with you guys today saying hello, and I'm actually very happy to be right here because I keep seeing some little flickerings of some fireflies or lightning bugs around me here and there, so I'm very thankful to be out here right now, especially because you don't see them very much. So when they're out and about, it's great to be out there with them, man. They're innocent little bugs that do so much for our environment that it's just good to keep them in mind because they have had a lot of their environment kind of encroached on, and it's gotten to the point where they're getting close to being an endangered species, these things. So I'm thankful to be out here with them because, yeah, like I said, I don't really have anything big in this topic for today other than I'm gonna have the house to myself for about a week. My roommate is on a very important sort of like surgery. She's going out of town for it to a surgeon in another state and everything, but she'll be all right. It's nothing too major, but she needs this for her to help her with her livelihood and stuff, and otherwise, other things. The details don't matter. You know why? Because she's gonna get her help. She's gonna come back and whatever. But I have a week here, just me at the house, so there's no one to worry about waking up. There's nothing like that. So I'm gonna go hard this week on videos, and I'm even gonna be doing a thing where I'm gonna be changing a dirty old storage room into kind of like my own little personal game room so I can play my fighting games because my roommate does not like the button clicky clacky noises. And I love me some MVC2. I love me some old school game. And the Capcom pack came out recently. I haven't bought it yet because, again, I can't play my clicky clacky fighting games because the buttons is irritating to my friend. And that's totally chill. I ain't saying that to attack my friend in any way. I'm just saying there's going to be projects. It's going to be fun to watch. I'll do a before and after. And I'll hopefully, in a sense, show y'all you can change things and do anything you really want to make things better for yourself in a way that's not negative or nasty. And I guess that kind of does segue into something. Honestly, this has been a struggle on my heart, ladies and gentlemen out there of the YouTubeverse. This, I'm going to say in quotations the best I can, prank phase or whatever y'all got going on, okay. Por ejemplo, also known as Spanish in for example, you catch lightning in a bottle with one silly prank. Maybe a candid camera style thing, maybe something more innocent that gets a little bit of a shock value, and people like it, they into it. You do another one, still into it. After a few of them, it gets stale, so what you gonna do next? Well, you have to up yourself. And the thing with the so-called prank thing is there's a limit to where it become prank, which is low level, and something silly, something that you can say, hey, it was for fun, it was for content, I'm sorry, to disrespectful, making people feel bad about themselves, making people feel bad about getting out their houses just to do their daily lives, because they don't know if some schmuck is going to be coming around messing up their day. And I've seen both man and woman do this whole prank thing. And I've seen their lives be destroyed. It may not happen right away. It might take some years down the road. There are some big names that got some big cred off of being wild and crazy, but then at the end of it all, they have to up their old stuff, and it gets to a point where you're doing wrong. And that bothers me. And I'm not going to discredit the content creators that do content or whatever. But I will say the prank thing is stupid. It's gotten to a point to how, like, the sort of things with the gender reveal parties got too far. It started as an innocent pink cake or blue cake, and then wound up destroying entire homes off of a stunt that caused a serious fire. Right now, prank culture is causing a serious fire. not just on the internet, but also with other countries, other cultures, entire groups of people, where they're looking. I will say I watch this from the American standpoint. I've seen other countries with their streamers be crazy too, running into gas stations, stealing planes, but a lot of the focus is on American streamers going to other countries and acting a fool. Not good. It shouldn't even be done at home, to be real with you. It really shouldn't be done at home. And it got to the point where just like, I'm seeing videos where just the cops, the police, the enforcers of peace in our communities are just tired of you guys. And it's because you crazy. Why you gotta make someone feel bad to lift you up? Why? Last time I checked, that is under a certain term called, I don't know, bullying, putting people down, everything that the generations that are doing this stuff claim that they're against. Why is it that when it comes to money, you can make anyone feel like you want, but when you're trying to make fans and make yourself look good in front of people, you're all about equality, this, that, and the other, to the point where you're actually shouting people down and being angry and horrible yourself because they might get a certain type of like he/she wrong. And it's okay to be upset if it's like that, if it's completely obvious, obviously. And I understand. I am a trans supporter. I am not trans myself. I am of the A's. A happy Pride Month, by the way. I am of the A's. I am aromantic, mostly, and I tap dance so hard on the asexual dudes and dudettes. It's been like 10 years. It's been 10 years. And I'm fine. I'm not looking. In fact, now in my time, where I'm at in my mind, I am more driven to push for my goals. I'm more driven to just try and be a bit of something that's just like pushing love. I feel like it's getting drowned out. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I will say it's gotten to a point where I'm seeing protests being violent themselves. We should not have to tear apart concrete. We should not have to be making our own Molotovs. We should not have to be raiding and destroying and taking from businesses just because there's wrong and inequality. You can be mad and angry all you want and say this, that, the other, but in the end of it all you're really doing is just showing everyone how angry you are. And even if you have a good point, if you're doing so like that, if you win, in history, you'll go down as a tyrant. You'll go down in the history books as someone who destroyed something to get something. That trend is not my style. It should not be the style of a lot of us. I love that we got our warriors out there. I do believe there's a place. I love peace. I hate fighting, but I know peace is fought for. And I'm not one of those fighters. So there are a lot of really awesome people out there who are fighters, who are warriors, that understands where the meek and the downtrodden come from. And to those out there, you have my thanks. Y'all really do. And there's so many people from like the UFCs and stuff, like the good people that talk bullies down and like even challenge bullies. Like just the moment some YouTube jerk steps up and starts talking trash, you're the first one to say, you get in the ring with me. That's awesome. Props to you, because you don't talk trash back. You say, this is how it was. This is how we grew up. This is how it is. And I'll meet you there halfway and show you what I'm about. Sometimes with some people, words ain't enough. They need a fist in the face to understand. I'm not the one to deliver that fist. So for those who are out there that can do that and do so with a good heart, you're an amazing person. Man or woman, thank you for being the person you are. And that kind of thing. So there's a lot to unpack throughout this week, obviously. I dropped a few things here. I said a lot of stuff here and there. This is top of the mind, sort of just bleh. Regurgitation off of Love and Peace I've learned for many years, and stuff that I've kind of reflected on myself, you know? Because I'm getting tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of turning on the YouTube and seeing some streamer talking about someone who's being a nuisance, talking about someone who made someone else feel bad, talking about someone who had to get their stuff kicked in because they were doing wrong and someone stepped up on them. I don't want to see that no more. I want to see the stuff where people uplift one another. I want to see the very early Mr. Beast stuff where he gave with nothing back. You know, there's content out there still. There's YouTube channels out there still. And I really want y'all to reach out and try and research just channels that just give without wanting back, because there's a reason why they're not being shouted out and about right now. They're not there for the content. They're there to make a difference. And so that's what this channel, this YouTube is all great about. I'm so thankful that all of y'all, we're almost at, if not at 350, almost at 350. I think the last time was 348. That's awesome. That's thank you. Y'all are amazing. And I feel like this message can be passed on some. So today's just kind of like a preview of some more of this week, more of this stuff. Because there is no limiter, there is no time. I'm the only one in this house for a week. The moment something come up here, I'm going to get on the phone and start talking about it, because I don't have to worry about waking anybody up. I don't have to worry about being respectful, and I always will do so. Always remember that. And so if you don't see the videos coming out much, because I'm working hard, and when I get home, my homie and my roommate is trying to get her rest, trying to chill, do whatever, and I don't want to disturb her, out of respect. So this week's going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to unpack a lot of things. Again, so funny it falls in the Pride Month and everything, so I can talk more about the things that I've grown up with, the thoughts in my brain, why I'm the aromantic, asexual sort of side of things and stuff, and where I come from on that. But that's not for today. We're already like 12 minutes in. This is the wrong video. All right, peace out.